My name is Kanaya Jones. I am conducting the interview for my lifespan development course at Contra Costa College, where we are learning about development over the lifespan. Do I have your permission to record our conversation and share it with my class?
Yes.
Okay. Who are you and how are you related to me?
My name is Lisa Haynes, and I'm related because I'm your aunt.
Okay. And then how old are you?
I'm 65.
All right. Let's get into the questions.
Okay.
So, which holiday tradition do you remember most from your childhood?
I would have to say Thanksgiving.
Why?
Me, my father, my sister, we used to always stay up all night cooking. And we cooked turkey, ham, greens, dressing, cornbread. But I never could stay up all night. I always fell asleep. So they would be mad at me sometime. But the dinner was always ready when I woke up.
What was your favorite dish?
The mac and cheese.
Okay. And what do you know about your family heritage?
Not much. I was raised by a single father. We didn't have a lot of heritage. I'm going to say that. He was from Jewett, Texas, a small little town. Although his parents did leave him some land, which he left us, 20 acres. But after he died, his sister, she stole it and sold it off. So we didn't get anything. So there went our heritage.
How has the world changed throughout your life?
Ooh, a lot. I'll say a lot. Technology wasn't like it is today. When I was a kid, we didn't even have color TV. We didn't have color TV till I was like 7 or 8. And there was no microwaves. There was no iPads, computers, cell phones, none of that.
If there was no microwave, how did you guys warm up your food?
The top of the stove or sometime in the oven.
What did you guys do to entertain yourselves with no TV?
Oh, we played outside. We would skate, run races, build cartwheels, climb trees, jump roofs. I was a tomboy. We just played. And we didn't come in until the street lights came on. We had fun.
How did you choose your career as an adult?
I kind of fell into this career. I really wanted to be a veterinarian, but there was no money. My father's requirements was when you turn 18, you got to get a job. So I ended up getting into ROP.
What's ROP?
It's the Regional Occupational Program. And it was through the welfare. I was on GA. So they required that I go into this trade class.
And what did you learn in the trade class?
It was like office skills. So it was like math, reading, typing, how to file, stuff like that.
Okay.
Getting ready for the state test and the federal test.
Okay. And then what are your favorite types of books to read?
Okay. I got a lot. Okay. I like romance, but I like sci-fi. So the aliens, and then I also like abnormal romance, which is like vampires, werewolves, shapeshifters, stuff like that. But and I also like historical romance, any kind of romance, I would say.
And what would you say your favorite book is?
It's by Roxy Rivera. She's my favorite author. She has a Russian romance series. That's my favorite. I've read that at least 12 times in my life.
Oh, wow.
It's really good.
And then what were your favorite type of toys to play with as a child?
Okay, my sister gave me this big stuffed mouse. And I named him Mousy Mouse. She bought it at the Goodwill for 5 cents. And I had that mouse for years until I was about maybe 12 or 13, but my father kept trying to throw it away because it got really beat up and it was shed, but I would cry every time. So my sister would save it for me and hide it until he forgot about it.
Whatever happened to Mousy Mouse?
One day it disappeared. I think he found it while we were at school and he threw it away.
Got his hands on it and
I never knew what happened to it.
And then what lessons did your father teach you?
Since we were raised by a man, it was man stuff. Don't be dependent on a man for the food in your mouth or the roof over your head, stuff like that. Or he'd say, women can't do everything, but they can do pretty much. So if you want things in life, you got to work hard for it. Don't be just, thinking some Prince Charming is going to come and rescue you and take care of you.
Okay, that's a good lesson. And then at what age did you start dating?
Ooh, my father was strict. Okay, so there was no dating allowed. He actually went to jail when I was 19. And so I had more freedom, and I met this boy, and then I started dating then.
Okay.
So I was like I had a late start.
Did you enjoy school as a child?
Oh my God, no. No.
Okay, what was school like?
School was hard because we were poor, and so we always wore hand-me-downs, and the kids would tease us. All the women that liked my father would give us their daughters' clothes, So sometime the outfits we'd be wearing was their clothes at school, and they would be like, oh, that's my dress. So that's embarrassing. Oh, I hated school. The kids were mean. They were mean to us.
Kids are still mean.
Yes, they are.
And then let's talk about one of your proudest moments.
Ooh, okay. Now, my proudest moment is getting my own apartment. And, my father kicked me out at 21 because my sister got her apartment then, and he wanted me to go stay with her. I guess he was tired of us. So I stayed with her for 5 years, but living with her was like being in hell because she's difficult, okay? So when I actually got my own apartment at 25, I was really happy. That was my most proudest accomplishment.
How were you able to get your first apartment?
I ended up getting a job with Social Security, and I didn't make much at first, but over the 5 years, I, kept applying for different higher paying jobs, and I was finally able to afford. My first apartment only cost, the rent was like $804.
Oh, wow.
So, yeah.
I wish we had $800 rent nowadays. Oh, my God.
So high now.
$804.
Yes, $804.
We need to get back to those days of rent. What the heck?
Yes.
Okay, and then what does successfully aging mean to you?
Ooh, okay, let me see. I'm proud that I was able to reach the age of 65, and I didn't develop no bad habits because there were opportunities where I could have, but, I resisted, like drinking, smoking, doing drugs. I'm 65, but I do have some health problems, like, high blood pressure, pre-diabetes. My knees be hurting. Oh my God. The stairs kill me. Okay. I don't know what's going on. Maybe a little arthritis starting to set in, but I'm proud to be able to get to this age, and I still feel young. I feel like I can do stuff that maybe like a 30-year-old could do. So yeah.
I think so. You walked around with us at the Renaissance Fair, so.
Yeah. And
all day.
And I enjoyed that.
And that was fun.
Yeah.
And the aquarium and everything.
Yes.
Okay. Well, I want to thank you for taking the time to let me interview you and ask you all these questions. I'm glad to know all these, family things and personal things about my aunt. And I just want to say thank you.
You're welcome.
All right.